game today. Um, I'm going to start off. I'm just going to go decide what I'm going to do today, for one thing, um, and then yeah, dive right in. So here we go. Here we are. So yeah, back on Trello. So I think I kind of want to fix the touch input. I've been kind of holding it off for a while. Been doing a little bit of reading around it, and so I've got a grasp of how I do at least some of it. So the basic idea is that you're gonna let me fire up the game first. So, to start the game, you click the button here, and then you hold space on the editor, and that starts the color changing round. But in the mobile version, obviously you have no space, and it's bound to space, so the game just won't start. So what I want to do is, essentially, you have to touch in this area here, and then I think about having like two big buttons here that say cook or something on that, or having a flame icon on. And then basically when you click in this area, you have to hold it down, and there'll be some flames at the bottom of the pan here to indicate that you are holding it down. But to do that, so I need to not only search for some touch input, but obviously then you have to have a second touch in this game area here. So I think, I kind of want it so you could switch if you wanted to. So you could have a touch here, and then if you want to change hands, touch there, and then let go of the other hand. So there's a little bit to think about there. I don't want to just store one touch gesture. Maybe I'll do that as a first starting point. In fact, probably better to do that. So yeah, that's the basics I want to get started first with. The second part is, so currently previously when I had it where you could just start the level and you would it would just start doing the color change, or you could start doing the swipes and things. When you have two inputs, it kind of, the blade all messes up, like kind of hops between the two. So I need to kind of handle that a little bit better as well. So there's a few things to work on there. I'm not entirely sure how I want to do it at the moment. It doesn't seem to fit. I've been looking at the new input manager, and it does seem really powerful, but it's very new, and there's not much information out there other than the actual documentation, in comparison to what there is currently for the regular touch input. So I might end up just writing this and kind of having if-defs to say, if we're on Windows, Mac, and Linux, then just use the key codes or whatever, or the key inputs, and then if we're on iOS or Android, then just do the separate touch thing. I think I might start with that because it seems like the easiest way for me to get started in this. So I did have that down for working on today, but I'm not sure if I want to do that. I might switch and do the score based on how close the color is, because I kind of want to get the level to completion, at least on the computer. But it has been annoying me not being able to show off the game. Currently, in fact, I'll show you. When you go on the game, let's see if you can see this. So if I click through, you click on it, you choose a level, you click start, and there's literally no way to make that change. There's no input for it. You can't swipe, so it's a bit annoying. Like, you can't even show off anything. There's nothing. It's not a game at all at the moment on the phone. So yeah, I'm in two minds about that. If I don't do this today, I'll do it tomorrow anyway. Yeah, and sorry about I messed up a little bit with my stream. So obviously we had the bank holiday, and it's kind of thrown everything off a little bit. But I'll be back to normal streaming tomorrow, so I'll be streaming Wednesday and definitely Friday as well. Might throw it Thursday as well to make up for it. We'll see. Okay, anyway, let's jump in. Actually, I haven't decided what I'm going to do. What should I do? Well, I'm going to do this one because this is super easy. Locking the screen rotation to portrait for mobiles. Alright, and the other thing is I want to make some more ingredients. So I've just put a few down here: leek, carrots, potato. I don't know what I'm going to do. I might do potato because it's super easy. It's also quite round, which makes it easy to, just stick a circle glider on. In comparison to the leek and the carrot. Yeah, we'll see when we come to it. But tonight I'm hoping to at least get this and one of those done, and then either touch input or the calculate score. In fact, I'll put them all in, and we'll start with this here. So let's jump in. Project settings. So I've heard this is in here. Alright, let's open code as well. Sweet, we're clean. That's good. I always like to double check because sometimes like I go to exit Unity and it says, "Oh, do you want to save the project?" And I thought we already had, and end up with extra changes. So that's good. Right, let's jump in. So player settings, rendering. Can we search this? Portrait. Does it highlight it for you? Nope. Resolution and presentation. I bet see it. Portrait. Here we go. Landscape right and left. No, no. Okay, that's weird, but okay. Landscape left and right. Default. Oh, in fact, yeah, let's just do that. Show loading. Right, okay. Right, that should be it. Let's just save the project. And I think that's everything for that. That was an easy one. Very easy. So, good start. I do sometimes like to, especially when if your motivation gets low, just pick something super easy and you get to check it off, which is always good. I'm going to take on this bug as well here with the blade function at some point. I'm thinking maybe Friday. I might have a go at fixing that because I just want to get the game, at least in a basic, fully complete sort of way. There's another few things I want to add to here as well. So once I've added a score, I want to add a score level required score / pointing system. I don't know how I want to do this yet, which is why I've made it so vague. Of judging. Like 3 stars maybe, and you have like different scores based on that. The minimum complete. And at some point, I kind of want to go into, not being able to just choose all the levels. Like the first 3 levels will be there. You've got to get an alright score on them, and then you'll move on to the next few levels. I can't think of anything else for the moment, so just leave it as that. Awesome. So I think let's leave touch input for now. Let's go for calculate score based on how close the color is. Let's jump in. So we've got the 2 colors. Let's just play a level. And you hold space, and it shows you 2 colors at the end. So these 2 colors, when they are in the HSV values, so look at color changer. Got hue, saturation, value. They're all between 0 and 1, which makes it pretty easy for comparing. So how far? I guess we've got to have some sort of variance in, you know, how close you need to get for it to be complete. And in fact, it's an inverse, isn't it? So the further away you are, the less points you need to get. So it kind of needs to have some sort of like max points for hitting it bang on. Like the color was 1 and you got 1. The only problem is these are all floating point values, so there's going to be a little bit of a fuzzy factor. So I can't ever have a level that requires you to have actually hit hit 1. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do about that. I guess it's unlikely that people will ever actually hit it bang on anyway. Like with the movement speed and stuff, it's pretty unlikely. Okay, anyway, right. So how we do this? So we've got our endgame level, endgame menu, got the endgame menu panel, endgame menu. Target you, current you. Also, you got the score from the cutting the vegetables as well, or the ingredients. Right, let's go. Void, calculate, go, color match. May end up splitting this score stuff into its own like sort of scoreboard script, but for now this will do. Again, like I kind of just try to get things, you know, moving along, and then as I see things that need to be refactored, just split them out. So we've got these here, haven't we? Right. So we need something new for the level, like a max score and like a score attenuation. Yeah. Okay. So level data. And max level, max level, max score, color match, max color match score. Because the thing with this as well is you always want it to be bigger. You don't want to go from level 1 and be on level 2000 and you're still getting, for getting it bang on, you're still only getting 100 points. You know, the way games are, you really need to be, even though it's like arbitrary, like it might just be you'll get 100 points on level 1, and even though you're getting it bang on later on, you want it to be 1,000 or 10,000. You know, there needs to be some sort of like progression, I think. So let's go with 100 for this as a default value, and then obviously each level will change that. And we want level color match attenuation. How do we want to do this? How do we want to do it? Is that right? So there's two things. So am I going to hard code every? So we got them between 0 and 1, the hue at least. So say if you're 0.98, is that going to be 2 lots of this? If I put 2, would that be 4? Or do I also want to then mix it up and do varying attenuation? So on a harder level, you might be where it's maybe where the color's moving a little faster. You might have a like 0.04, so you can be, for the same score, you could be 0.08 away. Yeah, let's do the most simple way for the start, and then use some magic numbers, and then let's go with that. Did I say that then? Yeah, 2. Okay, we got 100 and we got 2. So level data dot current hue. How do we want to do it? There's going to be some built-in functions for this in C#. Let me go and find some. No, I can do this. It's fine. It's fine. I don't need to. Current hue. I've been a numpty today. This is not the right way to do this, but. So these are 2 floats. Just take this over a sec. Different. So, what was the thing? Level data dot. What was it called? Level data. Max color, max score. There's difference. Nice. Level data dot. Times by difference. Minus. No, that's not right. Oh no, that's not right. The difference. That's not right. What am I trying to do here? My brain's not working today. I knew there'd be some built-in stuff for this. Oh yeah, that's the point, yeah. Wow. Is this a thing? Do I need to include something? Numerics? I should be able to use that. Just system. Oh, I need system. I didn't have system. I don't like having that. I like to have the top level one at the top. Don't need those. Math tabs. Yeah, there we go. So we've got the difference as an absolute value, so we don't have the signage anymore. Yeah, they should be fine. And then here we want to do... Yeah, so we've got an attenuation value that we need to figure out, right? So num attenuations equals... So let's, if we say at 0.02 equals 0.02. Nope. Difference divided by... It's alright. Implicit conversion. So we're taking... Yeah, so if that was 0.04 was the difference, then that should be 2. Let's just double check that. Make sure my maths isn't being absolutely awful. So 0. So the difference, say if it was, let's do it quickly. Say if it was 1, we done minus 0.9. Yep, 985. 0.015, and then if we got the difference, which would be that, and divide that by 0.02, that is not right. Oh yes, I did a silly value, right? 1 divided by 1 minus 0.9, which is 0.1. If we divide that by 0.02, we get 5. Yeah, so that'd be 5 there. Okay, yeah, no, that is fine. It does not like this. It cannot implicitly convert type float in an explicit conversion. Is this? Are you missing a cast? I didn't think I was, but can I do that? Yeah, that's better now. Right, so the number of attenuations is by this value, which I should have put in, but in fact, let me just do that. Level, color, match, attenuation value. Silly me. Bit wordy, but I'd rather go for the wordy ones than and try and give it something a bit more descriptive. I didn't give it anything, did I? No. Okay. Attenuation, so it's this times by difference. Is that right? Nope, that's not right. This is no attenuation times by level data dot score attenuation. So the number of attenuations that have happened, and then the times by that, and we take that off this. So if we were 3 away, it'd be 3 times 2, it would be 6, so we'd remove 6 from the score of 100. That's what I'm thinking. Right, let's jump into here. So what we're going to do is modify this endgame panel. Is this not a prefab? Surprised? Yeah, it is. Well, they're not showing us prefabs. They're normally blue. Okay, so we've got all of this, got the menu button. Okay, why is none of this visible? Okay, there we go. Make it visible for a sec. Where do we want to put this? The score. You would normally put the score like right, transform, stretch. Okay. Okay, and what? I'm just going to replace this text when it actually comes to it. In fact, I'll just change it to like that. Cool. So now we've got a new. Which one was it? Play color. Then we'll rename this. Score. Score text. In fact, what I'll do, public, private, int. So what I like to do then is TMP bro. Called score text, lowercase. Score text dot text equals calculate score for color dot toString. And that should be it. What I'm going to do at some point is have it so that we have an animation, so it'd start kind of counting up, and you'd see as it's like tallying up, and then, or maybe 2 in fact. So it tally up with your color match score, and then it throw across your the score for your chopping up your ingredients and whatnot, something like that. So let's give this a whirl now. Yeah, that's fine. So if I do it really quick, got a score of 100 because it was bang on. That's cool. So that makes up for the floating point inaccuracies. I mean, it's pretty bang on, right? It's pretty much red and red. So let's try this one. Can't remember what colour it was, something like that. And I got 96. Alright, I quite like that. That's it's working pretty well. So we've got 96, and then we've got the score up here for chopping the vegetables. Another thing I want to introduce to the game as well is a timer. So what I don't want to be able to do is, so currently if you keep playing, it'll go around the whole color spectrum. And you just keep going, chopping more stuff up and end up with some ridiculous score. So I want to have some sort of time pressure, so you've only got 20 seconds, which may be enough to go around more than once, it might not. And depending on the number of ingredients you hit, so for example, you could just not chop anything and just try and get the colour bang on. To try and make it slower, but if you do that, it won't move fast enough in the time limit to be able to even get to the colour. So you're gonna have to chop stuff to be, but that'll be much of like kind of later levels. But that's cool. I like that. We're gonna now change that for each level. Each level will have a different score and different attenuation value, and different value that it's gonna drop off as well. Currently, it is linear as well. The attenuation, which I may want to tinker with at some point, but for now this will do. I'm going to change some stuff here. We don't need to have things with level in the front. It's fairly obvious. It's not providing any extra context. So I've just broken this. So we got. I could have used rename really. I don't know why I didn't. To be honest, I don't need that. Okay. All right. I'm pretty happy with that. Is there anything else I want to change with this? Let me have a little look at the. So calculate score based on how close the color is. Nothing else in there. Okay. That was easier than I thought, actually. Right, let's get out of this. So one thing I do want to do now is tweak with level select button. So this, yeah, sets up the target hue, the saturation, things like that. we want to add some more things here that we can on each level add. What do we have? In fact, let me just copy those, the names of those. Don't want them static. Do want them to be public. They can all have some default value. And then when we load the level data, we will basically do level data max. Basically just copying all this across into the starting data for the level before we load the level up. And color match. Decoration value. Oh, wrong one. Copy paste to error there. Which value equals match score attenuation. Yeah, that and that. That and that and that. Okay, happy with that. So now we just need to add those if we want. For these, or they'll use the default values. So if we get head on over to select prefab. Oh, that's yes. Actually, we don't want to mess with the prefab. We want to actually do it in the scene. Level select scene. Canvas. Button 1. So yeah, let's keep that for the first one, right? Level 2. So just make this one have a bigger drop off. So it's 5. The max score will be 150. That 10. Attenuation will be harsher as well. Okay. Number 3. I'm going to go with 200 this time. 6. And 0.01 again. 3. And so on and so on. I missed that. This one, I'll just do up to this one. 420. I've just realized none of these have got the concept of like the color changing speed in this. Right, that's not part of this. I do want to rip this out at some point as well. Like, it doesn't make sense to me to have the level select button to define all the data for a level. I'd rather it be loading from some sort of file. So I may come up with some sort of binary, because I think that'll help with updating the game as well. So if I come up with, like, say if it starts with these, what is it, 12 levels, what we're going to want to update that and have more levels at some point. But there's always going to be a cap, unless I, procedurally generate them. But I'm not a huge fan of that. So being able to just drag and drop in like little tiny YAML files or binary versions of YAML files that just have this data in, and then there's actually no like code updates would be much better. And it just sort of see that there's a new page, add a new levels image like this, and then just take those new levels. So as long as I do it in buckets of 12, it'll always have something there. But yeah, anyway, that's for later. I just want to get stuff working at the moment, so here we go. Right, save that. So now, let's try a couple levels. So, level 1. Let's get that purple. 92. Level 2 looks very similar. Get into that. Oh no, it's the opposite. I'm going to that green now. Awful. Minus 60. Wow, that's not that's not good, is it? That wasn't even close. I just realised I don't have a restart one either. So level 2 is pretty harsh. A little bit closer, 70 there. Level 3, we've got to get to this green colour. Well, seems to be a lot of green colours. Oh, I've got too far. Still got 128, so yeah, it seems to be working fairly well. I do need to conceptualize it a little bit in terms of like. No, I'll get to the pretty stuff later. I think that's good enough for now. Let's go with that. I'm gonna do adding the score of the ingredients chopping as a separate thing, because there's a load of bits that I kind of want to do that, which is like adding different scores for different ingredients and doing a bit of tweaking like that. So for now, I think that's going to be alright for now. Yeah. Okay. Sweet. So in fact, let's get checked in first. Let's do some. What have we changed here? Change the prefab. Love select screen. Should do GameDev actually. What this is. Canvas render. Oh, I've mucked about with that canvas renderer, which is fine actually. I'm pretty sure in my level on enable on awake I disable the endgame menu. So it's probably better because every time I want to edit that, I have to keep realizing it's not visible. So I'm okay with that. Canvas renderer not being is now being on by default. What is all this? Okay. Yeah, so there's the enablement thing. This seems to be going on forever. Come on. Change all the root orders like this. Painful. I did the clone match score. Here we go. See if there's anything obvious that I've mucked up here. Obviously there is a little bit of safety checking here that I'm at, like here if we were to have this value as 0, that wouldn't be good because we divide by 0. But I think that's on me to not muck that up. Yeah. Okay, I'm happy with that. Added color matching score. Ooh, can't spell. Git push. Sweet. So that's that. So I think we did say I need to do some stuff with this as well and move it to other archive lists when it's been done for a while. Or maybe after a week I might do it so then I can keep track of what I'm doing each week as well. My weeks is like a sprint. Okay, touch input, create art for some more ingredients. So I can do this, I've not done any artwork for a little while. What should I do though? Should I do leek, carrot, potato? Okay, yeah, I will. I'll go with the potato. It seems like the easiest one. Now we need to find out what potato looks like, which sounds really obvious. Of course. Oh, he looks cool. I might have him. Oh, that's super realistic. That one. Yeah, see, oh, I like this one. This one's got these little kind of cuts in. I like that. I like that. File new. Is that how big I've been creating them? Just gonna go have a look, see what the size of my other stuff is. My other assets. Let's see what size this tomato is. I'll just open it here. Oh, it's miles away. Open pictures. No. Assets. Sprites. This. Where does it tell you the canvas size? Some arbitrary value. Awesome. That's good of me. Oh, that's super annoying. Why have I done that? I should have just chosen a value and done it that way. Yeah. Hey, Nix, how you doing, man? I saw you were streaming before, but I didn't get a chance to come on. I was busy doing things. Out of the house doing bits and bobs. I take it you've finished now. Okay, right. I'm gonna go with 330. Such an arbitrary value. Oh yeah, the Jam project. Is it still going well? Finding assets seems to be like a real... Like there's a lot of assets out there, but they're all of like varying quality. So you'll find like for sound, for example, you'll find like a decent beep, but then you won't find the boop or whatever that you wanted with it. And if you find that somewhere, there'll be like different levels and stuff. And it's even worse with the artwork. Yeah, it's one of those. Yeah, you can't. A lot of times you can't do it all yourself as well. Or like this, really. I should just pay someone to do some for me, but the way it's at the moment, it doesn't seem worthwhile. Cool, new enemy type you made. Oh, that's cool. Like a big slime that splits into smaller slimes. Yeah, nice. I'll come and watch your video in a little while once I finish this. Let's see where you got up to. How many days you got left on your game jam? Why can't I do this? June 7th, what are we on now? The 26th of May. Yeah, that's quite a way off though, to be fair. That's not too bad. I think you've definitely still got a little bit of time there. Quite like this one here, but it's not a great shape. I might want something more like that shape. Actually, no, that'll do. Okay. Yeah, that works. They're just straight cuts, aren't they? Yeah. Little straight cuts. Looks two on purpose, that. Okay. In fact, I should just stick this in Creo, shouldn't I? Paste it as a file layer. Further down. So I can take some colours off it. It's not the colour. Cool. Where's my colour palette? Okay, just kind of wanted that reference. Alright, let's start blocking this out. So I'll just turn the opacity down on this. I'll unlock that. And here we go. Oops. Sweet. So now I just want to Oh, why am I doing that here? I shouldn't be. Oh. We'll add a little bit of darkness to it. Oops. Put those two together. Okay. A bit of that. Now I'll come back to this. Make a little bit of another new layer. Color roughness. Can't seem. Base color. Very potato-y. I'm doing well then. A bit more darkness here. That's not what I want. I just want to... That's not what I want either. Just want it to work on that one. Can I take that out now? That's not how that works. Maybe I should just use the same brush, that might work. But just add a little bit more darkness in places. Put on this layer. Alright, I want to add some details now. So details. What we're gonna do. Shadows. Let's do some shadows. Let's have a little look where. So we got some shadows here. I do need to add some eyes as well. Some little eyes to it. Need little dots. Put more dots on this one. Look at that. Oh, that's tiny. Where's that original one? Let's not stray too far from this. This is the one I want to kind of focus on. Right, so I want to add some more eyes. That'll do for now. Colour shadows. So this is round, so it's going to be shadows all here. Texture. Okay, where's my favorite smudge tool? Where effects? Little smudgy one. I'm almost happy with this, actually. I do want to make this a little bit lighter, even darker, even, should I say? I think I made that worse. That looks quite as nice now. Yeah, good idea. Bit like that. Oh, you say no, it does. You do lose it because it's there. Yeah, maybe that should be darker in fact rather than. Let me undo that. So, oh, turn the opacity up. That's not dark at all. Come on. That's supposedly black. That doesn't look black. What am I missing here? Maybe it's this brush. Nope. It's going lighter. %. That's going. Why is that not? That's on normal. That's on normal. I have no idea what I'm doing here. Why is it doing that? Look how dark that is. Oh. Don't get it. That should be. That is actually black. And it's not black when it goes out. What is going on? Opacity is 100%. I mean, certainly layer. Yep, that would work. So that smudging I did, isn't it? Feels like the shadow should go down towards the bottom. Looks a bit weird that though. Okay, alright, that's what I was missing. Oh no, I've done all that on the wrong layer now. Okay. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's better. It's a bit thick now though. It's the kind of shape I'm wanting there. Still not sure about these. Any highlights on these? It's not that shiny an object, is it? So it only really needs one. Have like one highlight. Thinking right here. There's no shape here either, which is a bit weird. I think a little bit of a highlight there, and then I want to have more shadow here. Time for some smudging. Right, here we go. Can't even tell now. I feel like that was a waste. It's too harsh here. Not enough colours in it. I think maybe it needs a bit more yellow or something like that in the in the highlight. Let me see the. No, it's definitely white. Ah, that's the difference. It's under the roughness. Let's have a look at that again. Yes, it looks super bright there. But if we put it underneath, oh, I'm going to group these together because I want to add what's happened there? There we go. I want to add a bit more variance in the colours. Sponge paint, yeah, they do, don't they? Problem is, in Korea, I don't have many brushes, or at least I haven't experimented a lot, so I tend to just use the same ones. I should really have just gone online and looked for some better brushes. Yeah, they do. Yeah, like this, it's all kind of spongy, isn't it? Whereas mine is a bit more crisscross. Like it's all kind of. Maybe I could smudge it a bit more. That's not doing anything to that, is it? In places where it just looks a bit too detailed. When in doubt, that's what I've been going for. Yeah, when in doubt, smudge. Pretty much it. Okay, so I'm going to apply a little bit of random colours over the top, I think. A bit more orangey. More of a reddy brown as well. Okay, and now I want to do some more smudging just to get these colours not so harsh. Okay. Yeah, it's much less obvious, isn't it? Well, I think I'm happy with it. I think that'll do for a first draft at least anyway, to get into the game. Wow. It's amazing how long it takes just to make something really, really simple. But that's fine, that's fine. Where have I been saving everything? I used caps last time. Potato. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. It's the first potato I've ever done, to be fair. Shockingly. What am I doing? Assets, sprites. Okay. Alright, let's see what it looks like. I've just realised I haven't got any functionality for doing this. But I can just add it in. Let's just do that for now. See what it looks like. 512. Let's go with that. Single. Apply that. Why does it not let me do that? Right, climb. Is there anything else I'm missing? Come on, let me do it. Oh, right. Being a muppet. But these are the wrong way around. Prefer to have the game on that side. Okay. Yeah, it is. It is one of them. I was tempted to just do that, to be fair. But knowing me, I'll never go back and change it. I should have started with a pixel art project, really. Would have saved me a lot of time. Like, I mean, how long's that been? That's been like 30 minutes making a potato. Maybe even more than that. I can't remember what time I started doing it, but it does feel a bit like that sometimes. Foreground. It's just, I can't remember. Where is it? Where is this potato? Way off over here. Thanks, man. Okay. Yeah. I think that looks okay. I mean, as potatoes go, it looks alright. Right. Where are we up to? What was my create art for some more ingredients? Potato, and give that a big tick. Do we want to start adding a functionality for it? Where's that? Add support for multiple ingredients. Stick it here. Oh, I want to take that out of the scene, actually. Just for now. So what I need to do is make my spawn points take a random prefab. So I need an array of prefabs for each level. Alright, could just store the prefabs in an array somewhere and just reference them. Yeah, I don't mind Trello. It's pretty lightweight. I've used some other stuff in the past, Asana as well, but even that seemed a little bit too heavyweight for indie stuff. Oh, use Notepad, right? You've never used it. Yeah, it's really cool. It's got the whole Kanban thing going on, and I think this board is actually a game development indie dev board that's been pre-made. So you've just got a huge list of to-dos, in progress, bugs, and then done. It's quite powerful. Like you can have due dates, different labels, add members, and stuff like that. It's definitely worth it, considering it's really little overhead, but it just gives you that. It's rewarding as well. It seems mad, but just moving something from here to here is like in my head is like it's like gamification or whatever they call it nowadays. Get that little boost of endorphins for doing something. Okay. What do I want to do? Should I do this? No, right, let's just get this saved first. Time on 11 o'clock. Right, I might call it a night here. In fact, yeah, I'm feeling pretty drained. I think I'm going to call it a night. Cheers for joining, Nick, man. It's been good speaking to you again. I'm going to go check out your video actually and see where you got up to your game jam. But I'm pretty happy with that. I'll do a quick recap. Let's start from. What have I changed? Cheers, man. I don't know if you know actually. Do you know these canvases? So I've got this. Obviously, my level's there, but I've got like my main menu, and it's massive, and it takes up like loads of the screen because it's in the units for the like pixel units, whereas the rest of the levels in like Unity units. But it just seems weird that it's like huge, and then my actual level is here. And obviously, it gets scaled down to fit, but it just seems really weird. I don't know if you've had that before. Anyway, let's give it a whirl. Okay. So we've got the colour, got the purple there. Oh, I missed that by miles. Well, oh, you just click it, like disable it. Yeah, I think I should. Should do that. Or like that, just so it doesn't appear. Does that actually, that would then happen in the game though, wouldn't it? So you'd have to then enable it or something. Unless you can just do it for the editor. Yeah, that's what I mean. It seems a bit weird that they've left it like that. Because I would forget and then build it and would be pretty unhappy. Anyway, I guess I'll just have to live for it for now. Maybe my things are too big. Maybe my canvas should be scaled down or something. Oh well. Anyway, yeah, cheers for joining me, mate. And yeah, I'll try and catch you on your stream a few times. See you later, dude. Bye.